with dead. That is what we're going with. We're going with he has died. I miss my beard because it covers up my extra neck. Burke, say stuff. This is the test recording,
what's
by
this?
the way.
Saying stuff.
I'm not convinced that you believe the stuff you said.
You want me to say other stuff?
Solid. That was it. You nailed it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Space Chicken. The podcast is going to wreck your face on May 24th. Joining us, as always, now that we're in different squares to change things up. And by change things up, I mean Skype reloaded, so I had to resize the pictures, and I got lazy. Playing in the top left square today is Mike. Say hi, Mike.
Widowmaker is Bay.
All right, and then on the top right square is Scott. Say hi, Scott.
Hello.
All right, and replacing the Space Chicken logo, his triumphant return after urethra surgery and and an MRI is Wilson. Say hi, Will.
Hello.
All
Feeling
right.
better now.
All right, guys, this is a very exciting episode for me because this is our Overwatch episode. The Overwatch episode, if you will. Now, the open beta was last week, and I played the shit out that open beta. Mike, you played the shit out that open beta?
I don't know if I played the shit out of it, but that's the most my Xbox has been on since I bought it.
Will, you played some open beta, right?
Yeah, I got some action there.
All right. And then, Scott, you were unable to create enough room on your hard drive to download the game. Is that correct?
That is correct.
That is correct. Okay. So, we all did all of our research. So, for those of you that, by the way, true story, the only reason I even know anything about Overwatch is because of Scott. Was it a year and a half ago? I was talking about Battleborn. And then you're like, that looks a whole lot like this other game. And you showed me Overwatch, and I was like, man, Battleborn kind of looks like shit now. So
I believe your exact words were, "Oh, it looks like Team Fortress."
yeah, it does. It's more fun, Team Fortress. So I hear noises. Hold on. Okay, we're good. Okay, so
Oh man, he's hearing things now.
yeah, I am. So to get into the game, if you've been living under a video game rock, we should say, Overwatch is a first-person Team Fortress style, asymmetric combat game that's objective-based by Blizzard, the makers of Diablo, Warcraft, World of Warcraft, and StarCraft, also Heroes of the Storm, and that card game, which is awesome. I can't remember.
Hearthstone.
Hearthstone.
There
Which, by the way, man, I can't watch a Hearthstone stream, but that game is fun as fuck, dude. That game is fun. It's a fun game, but that is tangential. We'll let that one go. So, Berkey, first impressions.
It's great. It looks great. It plays great. It's quick. Games are only, about 10 minutes long. If you get pub stomped, it's a little quicker. It's not complicated, but it's still very fun and engaging. And there's a ton of characters. You don't have to unlock anything. You get everybody for free. Here you go. Pick your guy, figure it out with your team, and off you go. It's a winner.
Free's a stretch. The game costs $60, so it's
Well,
not. They
you
don't
don't
have
have
the freemium model where
You don't have to grind. You don't have to grind to unlock a character or something like that.
Yeah, you get everything on First Street. Will?
What? I just woke up.
Okay.
What?
I'm gonna turn your screen off. Do you understand?
All right.
I'm
all
literally
right.
gonna
Sounds
turn
good.
your screen off. You good? All right. So, now that Will's gone,
Oh my God, so
Scott,
messed up.
Scott, do you have
Oh.
any? I'm replacing you
It
with
was
the
a
logo.
joke. Oh no.
You've been downgraded to logo status?
Oh.
Okay, so for the rest of the podcast, the role of Space Chicken will be played by Wilson.
Bok.
All right, awesome.
At least you got something right.
Okay, so I'm a huge MOBA guy, and by MOBA guy I mean I play Smite. I hated MOBAs when they first came out. I didn't play Dota. Did you play Dota, Scott?
No, I don't play that.
I hated Dota. I hated Heroes of New Earth. I never played League of Legends. They were just, or I did play League of Legends, and I think the community kicked me out because I was so bad. But there was something about that top-down, clicky thing that just wasn't doing it for me, and it still doesn't do it for me. Like when I watch people do it, which is why Smite was so great because again, Smite just made it a third-person shooter, essentially with like weird mobile dynamics, which was like mind-blowing. So now Overwatch is taking that kind of concept of taking the mobile style concept and reapplying it. So they're not inventing. They're not even reinventing it. They're just kind of tweaking it a little. Because like I said, I've described it many times as more fun Team Fortress 2. It should be like the Team Fortress 2 sequel, probably like a spiritual successor, except done way better. Where Team Fortress 2 never create. Was that a chicken? I think I had a chicken. Okay, yes, Space Chicken. What can we do for you?
So one way that I thought of it was that it's definitely feels like Team Fortress when you play it, and the fact that you have so many different characters with different abilities makes it feel like Team Fortress. But you can tell that Activision had a role in kind of putting this game together because it feels like a faster shooter. It feels different and new, kind of fresh, you know? You kind of you could pick it up and go. Like maybe it's because I played a lot of Modern Warfare. It kind of feels like that. Like you could just pick it up, have a good game, enjoy it for what it is, and come back for more.
So, okay, Unreal Tournament. Anybody here ever play Unreal Tournament?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Okay, that is one of the fastest shooters I've ever played in my life. Sometimes when I was playing the Overwatch beta, I had Unreal Tournament moments, which is where you spawn, you run in, you think you're gonna do some badass shit, you're dead, and then you're waiting for the spawn window to happen. And it all happens. It can happen so fast, especially if you're getting, as was described earlier, pub stomped. Like if I prefer the term wally womped, but whatever. Just a classier guy. When, when we would wally womp these kids, and I assume they're kids because whatever. If I'm picking on somebody, they have to be smaller than me, which is like good 75% of the earth is smaller than me. If you do the math, like I'm bigger than most Asians, right? I'm bigger than all of the kids, right? So, bigger than most women, right? So I'm already up the top 65% of Earth. I'm bigger than, right? I think I'm bigger than everyone on this podcast, right? No, it's all just coming to right now. I'm doing the math. Like I put a number out there and it felt arbitrary and made up, but I think I've given the evidence to back up the fact that I'm a large human. I mean, the morbidly obese have me beat. But everyone not morbidly. Anyway. So and it's like steroid users. I'm not bigger than them. So, it feels that fast. But you bring up Space Chicken. You bring up Modern Warfare. So there's a lot of characters, and all the characters they fall into 4 categories. There's like support characters. There's sniper style characters. There's offensive characters. But there's one character, Soldier 47, right? I think that's his name, right? Soldier 47?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
So much fun to play him.
I disagree. He is the least fun character in that game. His powers are sprint and grenade launcher. Like, that's...
He's the entrance.
Yeah,
drug.
yeah.
Right, exactly.
He's the way that they capture that Modern Warfare, maybe Halo community to kind of come over to the Overwatch.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to be like a video game hipster, but I left that community a long time ago. Like,
Such a hipster.
He is.
Like when I went to Smite, it was hey, this is that thing that gave you other things, but in a new, better order, right? And then it was exciting. Like Soldier 47, literally, like, and then his ult is super easy. Like his ult, what it does, Scott, is he can't miss his shots. Like when he pops his ultimate power, if you're just on screen and he's he's just mashing down shoot, it's like, it's fast. It's only like 5 seconds or something. But that's enough to
So the-
kill like 2-3 people.
The bullets, like, he doesn't have to be aiming at you. It's just
No.
gonna go to you.
Yeah, it
Like
just
a
goes
box,
to.
like a hitbox pops up around your character, and
Yeah,
as long as he's aiming near that hitbox, the bullets
Okay.
track into it.
Yeah,
So we don't have a bunch of negative comments. Is actually Soldier 76.
Fuck.
What
Fuck
do we
you
call him?
guys! I played the beta. Shut up.
No, you're gonna get emails.
And again, I play on PC
Widowmaker
and I
is
play
bae.
on console, and I play more on console. So console didn't have an alpha or a beta or closed beta. They only had an open beta for the weekend once the game was done, and they just making sure we weren't going to break the network. Like, they gave us a done game. The game you played that beta weekend. Beta weekend was last weekend. The game releases in 2 Tuesdays. That's not a true beta. That's a teaser, and then kind of like the equivalent to a game demo, because it's an open beta for everyone. And then even I had early beta access because I pre-ordered, and then they sent me another early beta access code to give to someone if they wanted to play earlier than the regular open beta, which was 2 whole days, by the way. It was 2 whole days, but whatever. That's an aside. But they have such unique characters like Widowmaker, right? Who they did such a good job with Widowmaker, because they didn't just make her a sniper. Right? So she's a sniper character, Scott, right? Because I know you haven't played this game, right? So she's one of the sniper characters. Other sniper characters have things like bows, which is awesome. But her sniper gun's a machine gun. It's a machine gun that when she wants to snipe, will snipe you. So it's not even one of those things where like, oh, I'm the sniper rifle, and now, oh, I'm in close combat, I'm boned. It's like, no, now I have a machine gun. And everything's going to be okay. And it's not switching weapons. It's just a different... Well, you play on PC, but it's just a different button push.
Different button.
Yeah, so I imagine for you, it would be left-click, right-click, right?
Do you, like,
She's still
scope?
Yeah, she has a scope.
Yeah.
There's only one zoom, but she's very squishy, so you're not going to get much done with your machine gun. But she felt to me, she's my favorite by far. I didn't play everybody. I played a lot of the open beta, but I only played maybe half the characters. And she was by far my favorite over Soldier 76. And it was for a similar reason to Soldier 76. It felt familiar to aim down. She's one of the only characters you can aim down sights with. I think she might be the only character you can aim down sights with. And, like, scope in on a target, track them, and give them a headshot. Like, you're watching somebody else shoot them, and you're just waiting, pow. And her sniper rifle has a little, the longer you stay in scope, the harder it hits. So it actually wants you to hard scope, angles and that kind of stuff. But that felt very familiar to me, coming from a world where I used to snipe in Battlefield and used to snipe in Modern Warfare and still snipe in Destiny. So to me was the easiest transition. I was like, yeah, Soldier 76 was made for guys like me to be like, look, you can play that way in our game too. When I gravitated toward her because I was like, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on in the middle with some of the way the tanky characters work and the healers work, and I'm like, and I'm not all that sure I'm ready for that yet. But I can stand back here and shoot them all while they throw things at each other and slow each other and build ice walls all day long.
And the other part too was that she has the grappling hook.
Chicken.
What?
Thank you. Go ahead.
She has the grappling hook, which changed the dynamic for me completely. Before, you're kind of used to running and you're kind of, just on the ground and trying to figure out a good spot to snipe from. With her grappling hook, all of a sudden I was on top of like ledges and different areas. Oh man, that Xsplit page kind of threw me off.
Yeah, it did. You can't randomly flash images in front of a chicken. They'd stop talking.
Exactly.
As you were saying.
Now I was on a ledge, and I actually felt like I was sniping people, and I felt different. Like I felt like I was playing something different and not just the same.
Yeah, and that's something they've actually done that it's such a great design, like that they've done with their levels. So there's a few things that I'll complain about the levels a little later, but that idea of her grappling hook, she's one of only a few. I don't want to say a few characters, but yeah, a few characters that have that level of mobility. She can look somewhere, she can grappling hook, she can go up there. Reaper can do that. Reaper can teleport to an area. Farah, who wears a giant blue bird mech. She has a giant jump. Like, this shit jumps to the sky. It's, like, ridiculous. Like, she jumps too high. It's like, I don't know where I'm going. Like, settle down, Farah. Hanzo.
She was a close second favorite.
Yeah, Hanzo, who is a bow and arrow, like a Japanese assassin-style character, who is basically a sniper character. He's a sniper character, very much like Widow, where, you know, the longer you hold the bow, it does more damage. You can shoot fast if you do it, but, you know, you're not machine gunning. He can climb walls. He can straight up climb walls. Mei, who is like this little ice princess scientist thing. I shouldn't say ice princess. That makes people think of
Let
Frozen.
it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
She has like this ice gun, and she can shoot. She can make an ice wall on the floor, and then use that ice wall under her feet and use it to actually get her to a higher spot. So not everyone in the game can access these higher areas. Like, some places are accessible through taking stairs, like the traditional way, but there are some like balconies and things that are literally only accessible if you're one of these high mobility characters that can climb. So I thought that was like an amazing game design, because it really like again, and I'm gonna keep bringing it back to Smite, because. And the reason I bring it back to Smite is because Smite is a mobile one I'm very familiar with, and it has all the concepts of a MOBA, and it's an esport, which is what Overwatch wants to be. Overwatch, this is Blizzard going, we want this to be an esport. And what's important about team composition, right? So team comp's super important in Smite. Like, you can pick 5 good gods, but if they don't complement each other, you'll be at a disadvantage. This game, just like Blizzard did with the MOBA, when they dumbed down, I don't want to say dumbed it down is not the right word, but they made it more accessible. Like Heroes of the Storm, I think the way to describe that game would be more accessible, right? So they're making this game as accessible as possible. Usually the MOBA scene is very exclusionary, and if you try and play and you don't know what you're doing, you receive zero help, and you're just bad-mouthed and booted, and people want to surrender. This game, like, when you're putting your team together, they even give you little messages going, you have no tank, you have no healer, there's no support character, there's not enough damage for this team to be effective. Like, it's doing the math for you as you're picking the characters to let you know that the team composition isn't going to work. And then team composition becomes important because of these very inaccessible areas higher. Did you guys get to play any of the tanks?
No, I didn't pick up any of the tanks.
Berkey?
No, me neither. I stayed mostly with the offensive characters and the ranged characters. The tanks are. I've seen, like, Mr. Fruit did he's a YouTuber, did a whole series of YouTube videos on each character during the closed beta on PC. So I'm very familiar with all the characters, and I see him play it, and he goes, "Here's what you're supposed to do with this character," and I go, I don't want to do that. I don't want to sit on the objective with a shield up and being like, all right, team, go. I'm like, it's great when your team has one of those guys, because I'm standing behind him going, yeah, put that shield up so I can just shoot, and run around in circles. But I don't know who's gonna play tank on our team, but somebody's gonna have to volunteer for that duty.
You see, it always ends up being me. Like when I play this game, like, no one wants to be the tank, because the tank is like the least appreciated person on a team. It always is. Like, hey, go eat those bullets. Dude, why are you always dying? Because you told me to go eat bullets. And then you stood behind me and I absorbed all of the bullets, and now you're mad at me.
Not just that, it becomes a little difficult to get kills. And, let's just say a lot of the reason we play these games is to see that ticker kind of go up,
Well, that's
so
another.
You really need to develop a team, right? So that's where this game comes into place. Now you're not just worried about getting the kills and the kill ratio and stuff. Now you're talking about supporting your team, right? So you need the team comp.
That's another thing I thought they did extremely well, is that at the end of the match, it gives you, like, whatever the highlight of the match is, usually somebody using their ult to kill 2 or 3 characters and then maybe get an extra kill at the end. That's usually the highlight, understood. But at the end, they give you this little highlight screen with 4 or 5 different characters up there, and it says, like, so and so had the most kills, but so and so healed 10,000 points worth of, did 10,000 points worth of healing, and so sat on the objective for 8.5 minutes out of a 10-minute game. So at least when you're a guy who's not going to immediately gravitate toward any of those characters, when you watch that end screen, you go, I could have picked that guy and sat there with the shield up, and I would have gotten gold medals. I have to do that. I have to do that a couple times.
That was the other cool part that I liked. Once you finish the match, after that you also get to vote who the MVP of the match was, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, but both teams get to vote over the MVP over either team, and like if there's a really good team, like if you're wollywomping and they put 4 names up there and 3 names are from the winning team and 1 name's from the losing team guy will get 5 votes. It's garbage. That I don't like. I think if you're on the losing team, I don't give a fuck how much you healed. Your name shouldn't be up there getting votes. You lost. You lost. They don't give the finals MVP to the loser. Stop it. Knock it off. Okay, so with that, when we go over, so let's talk about some of the offensive characters. Did you play Junkrat?
Let me see
Once maybe.
Oh, you guys are killing me. Scott, who hasn't said shit in 5 minutes, basically has played 2 less characters than you. He's played. I took that beta week and I played it all, anticipating that before Overwatch came out, we'd do an Overwatch show, and I played the shit out of it, and I made sure I played every character at least once, so I could talk about it. You're like, nah, Middlewaker's Bay. I didn't have to play anyone else. I played Widowmaker. Everyone else, no good. No good. What are you're gonna walk around? Stop it. I'm good. I got a grappling hook. Talk to you later.
Pissed. I had to figure out how to send messages on the Xbox when somebody else would take Widowmaker. I'd be like, "Get out of here, kid! Couldn't you see I already took Widowmaker?"
What?
So
wait,
I pretty much. Oh, go ahead, Scott. Go ahead.
No. You go.
You haven't talked in a while. You're good.
Yes, Scott, you go.
I was just gonna ask. I know you guys said that you can have more one class, right? But I hear you talking about it like if somebody else took the class, you didn't want to take the class. I just want to verify.
I've literally played a game with 3 tracers.
Team building wise, you don't want to have
obviously
more than you need of one thing. In a defensive game, maybe you could get away with having the 2 snipers or something like that. But when you're not in communications with your teammates and you're not, on a call and yelling and screaming, being like, no, F you, all right, fine, I'll be the tank this time, but I get to be Widowmaker next time. You're just in there randomly with a bunch of other, 6-man teams. So like you jump in and you're like, well, nobody else has picked yet. I'm going to be Widowmaker. And then you watch as like, bing, bing, bing. Like you could all 6 be Widowmakers. You're not going to win, but all 6 of you could be, in theory, Widowmakers.
Yeah,
okay.
And again, as a Smite player, like I've literally seen it happen where like one person will call like assassin, and then someone just lock in an assassin because I don't really want to be an assassin. So
that was
the only thing I
player.
Play.
Yeah, that's a Smite play. Like I don't know how to call characters like in it. I was just pick because I play like I character pick passively, right? Like I'm not an aggressive person, which is why I have every god in Smite mastered. I'm going to have every single character in this game mastered too, even the ones I don't like to play. And then it's like, all right, well, everyone picked that. All right, so I'll just be I'll be whatever will fill the team comp to round us out. I don't have a problem doing that. I never have in any game I've ever played. So, I mean, I'm not one to argue over people.
He sounds like he's very, he really enjoys the team comp.
That doesn't. It's more important. Okay, look, you guys are making me talk about Smite again. It happens to me all the time in Smite. You go into a 3-man joust.
Wait. Are we talking about Smite now?
Yeah, we're talking. No, just for a second.
Just a comparison. Just as an example.
Just for a second.
Wrong podcast.
You go into a 3-man joust in Smite. 3-man joust. The meta. Mage, Hunter, Tank. That's it. There is no other team composition that is going to guarantee a win. Okay, you don't go Hunter, Mage. You don't go Assassin, Hunter, Mage. You don't go fucking Assassin, Mage, Tank. It doesn't fucking work. You're gonna lose. The game is designed just like by design, you'll win the early game, but if you're not done in 15 minutes, if it goes to 20 minutes, you're going to lose, because whenever it gets a full build, Hunter, Mage, Tank wins every fucking time. And every time I go in and I call Hunter, someone calls Mage, I'm like, all right, cool, I lock in Hunter, I lock in Mage. Someone's like, I don't be a fucking tank. And but again, in this game, you're good because you're not trapped. Like, Smite traps you. Like, you're trapped in that game for 25 minutes. If you turn your Xbox on and you turn your Xbox back on and go back into Smite, it throws you back into the game. You quit. Like, you can't leave. This game's different. You can leave whenever you want. But I'm just saying, like, team comp is that important to me. Because Space Chicken was being a dick a second ago, acting like I was a slave to team composition. What I'm saying is that these games are designed from the ground up to have characters that complement each other in some way, shape, or form. So bringing it back to Overwatch, right? Even when you go through each individual character, you have the characters that are solely one thing. Like, there's a character who's just a thing. I'll give you an example. Reinhardt. He is just a tank. That's what he is. He's got a shield and a hammer. He doesn't even shoot. He has a shield, and when you get close to him, he hits you with a hammer. Then he has
oh my god, so hard to kill.
Yeah, and then he has an ability where he shoots forward and pins you against the wall, and he does technically shoot a fire flame out of his arrow, but that's an ability that goes on cooldown. It's not his. So again, all the characters have passives. Some have 2 abilities, some have 3 abilities, some have alternate firing modes. So it's not like when I say it's asymmetrical, like it's not even like a MOBA where everyone has 3 abilities and an ult. Some people only have 2 abilities and an ult. Some people have 2 abilities, an alt, an alternate firing mode, and a passive. So it gets like really unbalanced sometimes. Again, depending on team composition, which is why that shit's so important.
But more importantly, you can switch characters in Overwatch. So if you build the perfect team, and you go in and you're like, this other team has somehow out-perfect our team, when you die, you can stay in the spawn area and be like, what we really need is a second one of these, or we need
like Team
this.
Fortress.
Yeah, it's just like Team Fortress.
Yeah.
So you can go back and be like, well, we had
awesome.
this wasn't working. We need somebody to take one of these. The next time you die, we don't need that. Let's get this. And if you're especially like, you can do it playing a regular, solo game and jumping in with a bunch of strangers. You can be like, this whole thing would work better if I switched to this. But if you're playing with your buddies, forget about it. Then you're just berating each other and being like, listen, you stink with that character, and what we really need is this. So we're gonna make you be that, you silly space chicken, you.
Yeah.
And then and then all of a sudden you win, and even the chicken's happy.
The chicken, the chicken's especially happy, and then there's degrees of difficulties for certain characters. So I'll give you one, like the one character that stood out to me as the most difficult to make effective. Right? There's one character here that I fucking hated, who was a Bastion. Bastion's like a fucking mech. He's like a walking tank, right? And like his ult is literally to turn into a tank. He does tons of damage, and then he can turn into a turret because he's a robot, and that's what robots do. He turns into a turret. He can repair himself. What? Yeah, he's not a bad character at all. I hate him. I hate the play style. It doesn't work for me at all. It does fucking nothing for me. Right?
Yeah.
But you go to
all the noobs figured out he's the easiest character to use, so they would you would see a lot of teams. You'd be playing a lot of teams where you'd see like 2 and 3 Bastions all on the same team because they'd all be in the same spot too. Like they'd all be trying to get to that spot where they could have fairly secure, like flanking routes aren't wildly popular in that neighborhood, and they would just sit down and wait for you to walk by. And once they're in that turret mode, like it don't take many hits to put you down. Yeah. But that's just the kids and the newbies getting used to the game, and so they're like, "Oh, this character's OP. I'm gonna play the hell out of him." He'll get nerfed, or they'll get they'll fix balance, or people will figure out actually how to play the game.
Yeah,
you won't see as many.
Yeah, but he's not. And again, like as far as the balance goes, like that probably sounds overwhelming, but it's not, because you could honestly, if 3 of them stack up next to each other, you could use Junkrat's alt and kill all 3, because his ult is he kicks a tire that's a giant bomb, and you steer the tire, so you can just steer the tire into wherever they're camping and just blow them all up. So it's not like again, because they did a good job with being able to counter each other and what have you. But what I wanted to talk about was Zarya. So Zarya is the pink-haired giant Russian chick with the machine gun. All right, and she having played all of the characters, right, and maybe I might get killed, by people who's played more. She comes to me, right, just off the bat. Like if you play each character one time through, she was the least pick up and play and be effective character of all of the characters in the game. So she's a tank style character with a giant machine gun, right? And she has this great thing where she can give herself a shield, and she can give someone else a shield. So she does this thing where there's hybrid characters here who are supporty, and then also do something else. Like Lucio, for example, is a healer, but his healing is an aura. So he doesn't ever have to aim his heal at anyone. He just has to walk close to them, and he can boost the healing property of it. And
he's the one that looks like the medic from Team Fortress. When you walk by him, he kind of attaches that beam.
No. That's Mercy.
That's someone else.
That's
Mercy.
Okay, that's Mercy.
You're not paying attention. Mercy's the guy with the dreadlocks. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So the thing about Zarya, right, is the way her shield works, right, and this is where you have to kind of learn a character. She doesn't do a lot of damage. She has a giant machine gun that does no damage. It's really shitty. But the reason is because the way her kit works is you have to pop the shield up, take damage through your shield. Your shield absorbs the damage, pumps it into your gun. Your gun is stronger. And it's the only way to play her effectively, which is a shame because she has an ult, the gravity well, which is crazy. She shoots it and it sucks everyone into it, and then you just go ham on their faces, which is a great ult. But because her normal attack is so weak without the shield dynamic, that you're not set up to effectively ambush people, right? So like if you flank someone and you're not taking damage, you're not doing the optimal amount of damage to them. And if they just escape, even if you had your shield popped, you won't be doing the optimal damage. And if you pop your shield before the fight and start shooting them, and your shield wears off, by the time they counter, you're gonna get crushed. And it seems subtle and it seems weird, but it works in a way that if you want to play her effectively, you need to master the shields. And I don't think it's difficult necessarily, but it seems like more work than there's not enough payoff for having. It's gonna sound weird to do that much thinking when a lot of the other characters are way easier to play, like way less thought involved, not less skill, but just less thought.
And from the sounds of it, it sounds like you really
Chicken?
like
Okay.
It sounds like you really enjoyed the defensive and the tanks. While I don't know, I think Burke and I enjoyed more the offensive guys. So Genji, I don't even know how to say his name, McCree. Pharah, Reaper, and Soldier and Tracer. I think we enjoyed those characters more. Could it be because, I don't know, maybe you can help me out, Burke. Could it be because we come, from Battlefield?
We come from first person. He comes from MOBAs.
So let's back up for a second, you assumption-making motherfuckers. Okay? My favorite characters in order are Junkrat. Hold on, you guys disappeared.
I almost would have called that.
And you're back. Junkrat, McCree,
Okay.
Lucio, Symmetra, Roadhog, the dwarf, I want to say his name's Torbjorn.
Torbjorn.
Torbjorn, Pharah, and Hanzo. So I like to think I'm pretty fucking balanced, and that was my top 8. I don't know why. I don't know why 8. My least favorite characters, though, I have my least favorite characters easily. Soldier 76, Bastion, Zenyatta, and Zarya. And here's why I don't like Zenyatta.
Weird that you like a couple of the healers and hate a couple of healers.
Well, but that's part of why I love this game.
That's interesting. Yeah.
They give you healers. But they literally give you a healer that is like, I'm the lady version from Team Fortress, right? Then they give you a healer who's like, really, I'm just kind of healing. And really what you did was you gave me one less ability. That's all you did. Like, I have a heal, but really what you're doing is I'm only going to shoot and just be around. Then you have Zenyatta. He heals by throwing balls in your mouth, which is weird. He throws Scott. Because this is important.
Oh my god!
So for people who don't know, Scott is a resident healer, and I'm hoping that this is the role that he'll take. I think he'll like Lucio and Mercy.
Putting balls.
For a second there, I thought he just closed the chat, hanged up, and went to bed. He just saw the circle kind of come around his face. I was like, damn.
He'll like the girl with the
balls
teleport.
in
He
your mouth?
loves the teleport.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk about Symmetra, because Symmetra's amazing. I hope you're taking notes, ILO, because you'll be set up for success whenever it is you clear that hard drive.
Oh yeah, I got a notepad.
And as soon as we start getting views on YouTube, and then all that YouTube money rolls in, and you'll be filthy rich with Xboxes.
So many Xboxes. So many Xboxes. Everyone disappeared. I think you're all gonna have to be replaced by logos. Yeah, I think.
The chicken cast?
I think that's what we should do. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make you all chickens. Hold on. All right.
Gonna be.
So while I do this, we can talk about Zenyatta, who throws balls in your mouth. He.
And then I want to talk because it sounds like we have common ground too. So go ahead. Let's talk about Zenyatta, and then we'll jump into another one.
So he straight up is a support character, like 100%. Support, right? He doesn't fucking do anything
So he gets
else.
killed if he's alone.
So I mean, it's not even that. He does a as I'm talking to black squares, because I can't talk and do this at the same time. Hold on, let me
And
turn-
again, just to
He really can't.
clarify,
I'm watching. He's just
he's
failing.
healing
There you go.
by
I'm
throwing
back.
balls in your mouth,
Oh.
right?
what's going
They're not
on?
directly in your mouth. He just throws healing aura balls at you.
Healing aura balls. So
I don't know. I don't think we could clean that up.
They're like
It's
distinguished.
not any better, you know.
So he has a debuff ball, right, that he throws in your mouth, right? So if you're a bad guy, you know, he hits
Yeah,
your
he
mouth
puts-
with
yeah,
the old debuff ball,
Right?
right?
Balls at the enemy, good balls at the friends.
Oh,
And then if you episode 4, Space Chicken. Okay, here we go.
you
there
should
you go.
give him the chicken.
Now you're Space Chicken. And
There
then
you go.
So hold on. Now I'm watching it right now. Like I just pulled up a YouTube video of him because I had to see this. So what is his offensive move? Like, all right, so obviously I can see he's throwing.
So he can throw balls one at a time, right? Or he can charge up all of his balls and shoot them at you all at once, like a shotgun blast of robot balls. Because they're metal orbs and he's a robot, therefore they must be his balls.
Must be.
Must
He doesn't
Must be.
need them anymore.
Interesting.
That's a random chicken.
So
What the hell?
Wait, there's 2 space chickens, a cock and Danny?
just 4 cocks.
This is great.
Berkey came back. No, he's gone again.
What? Oh, son of a bitch.
You know what's funny? I think it's
You have
probably
that
going to
setting
show
on
up.
where if I'm not talking, it
This
clicks
is
off
not
at you.
entertaining for the audio listeners.
No, it's not.
No,
But
no,
we're
it's
having some
not.
technical difficulties, and it's
Great.
great.
Great on YouTube.
But leave it just like that. It'll be fine.
So okay, so that's
Talk
great.
about robot balls, and there's a bunch of space chickens on the fucking screen.
And
Can't
then
By the
wait
way,
to rewatch
I was
this
watching
one.
the video too, and he actually has like balls surrounding his screen when he does his like, I guess his heal or his attack.
okay, so
it.
that's the thing. So his ults,
He
right?
juggles, he
Well,
juggles balls.
in his
Yeah.
ult, he
He
juggles,
juggles
the
balls,
balls,
and then he
right?
launches them at you
That's great.
as needed.
When he does his ult, he becomes like invulnerable, and he acts like
Yeah.
a giant shield and heals everyone behind him. Like he just doesn't feel like offensive enough. If I know he's a support character, but I don't know. He just doesn't do anything for me.
He looks like he teleports. Does he teleport?
He might have like a fast capability. It's not exactly
blink?
a teleport.
It looks like he's kind of like clown. He's got a lot of balls. He gets into a ball when he wants to kind of escape. He shoots different kind of balls.
I would almost argue that Mercy's more of a pure healer character because she either heals or shields, and her ult is just rezzing everybody.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That res though feels on point though. Whenever I get res, I'm like on fucking point, man.
Yeah,
but I don't want to waste this.
Mm-hmm.
Really, you just let him die?
No, it's like I don't want to waste this. Like, I appreciate the fact that somebody actually took Mercy into a match with a bunch of other random blueberries and was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna res you." Like, I would hope you would, because what else were you gonna do? But yeah, when you get res, I'm like, I'm gonna try not to waste this. I'm gonna try to go on a 5 kill or a 10 kill for you and pay off that res.
So she just like shoots like a laser out of her stick.
Straight up beams, and like she can damn near attach to you. So like, because I've seen like Pharahs who can do the big, high, crazy ass jump and then have a jetpack on top of that, so they can stay in orbit. And like a Mercy went like shooting up behind them with her. Like it's almost like a tether. Like wherever Pharah goes, I'm going with her. And like woo, and then like was shielding her the whole time. And then when she finally landed and started taking damage, switched to heal. If you have a really good Mercy player, you can do unbelievable things in that game. You don't see too many people jump on Mercy.
No,
oh man, now he's having a good time. He's got balls next to Scott. He's having a good time now.
The power of science.
You're still a space chicken. Me and Scott are back, but they've added balls. Oh no, Scott, no. Oh, Scott, no.
No.
I'm trying to heal myself.
So
That's the thing.
You have allergies.
Trying to eat some balls right now.
Allergies. Put those balls in your mouth.
That's terrible.
The.
So I think the common ground is McCree. I think we all played with McCree, right? And I personally, I enjoyed him the most out of everyone. Because I could go in and he felt sort of like a shooter, right? But you needed some form of skill to kind of really use him, because you could go in and you kind of shoot. And what the heck are you doing, Berkey?
I'm trying to push that healing tag off of my face and
there you go. Now we've got some healing balls on Scott.
But I might have pushed it the wrong way. I don't. Yeah, that
there
way.
You go. There you go. I'm still on my spaceship.
Oh wait. I have to make this on top. Hold on. There we go. All right, push them again. Let's do this. Let's choreograph it. Go ahead.
So right now, right in his mouth too.
I feel invigorated.
This is the stupidest thing
Into
ever
Mike's
done.
mouth.
It's a pointless conversation that anyone's listening to right now. Feel free to go and watch it, but right now this is the stupidest thing you're listening to all day.
No, there's no audio version of this. This is gonna be a pure
Just
visual
video. Oh
man. Okay, you're just gonna.
So
be this.
McCree, let's now I just get that regular chicken.
He's trying to.
I'm trying so hard.
This is my favorite thing we've ever done.
I was fine
picture of
on the
Wilson,
ship.
too.
So let's talk about esports for a second, right? Because that's what this is ultimately going to be, right? So they're gearing up to steer from the esports scene. I know they've done ranked Diablo. No, have they done ranked Diablo? They've done ranked StarCraft. Is the healing not done,
StarCraft
right?
is huge.
Yeah, StarCraft.
Yeah.
StarCraft.
So.
I didn't know balls was written after it.
This podcast just got derailed by healing balls.
I didn't know there were balls written after it.
He's my new favorite character. He's my new favorite character. I take it back. Zenyatta for the win, guys. He is all time favorite. He is a legend. Healing balls,
For the win.
is a thing now. Now for I feel like we nailed this. I do. I feel like
I can't wait for next week's introductions.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
The healer of balls. Hold on. Let's see if we can make
Get a
it.
picture up.
There we go.
Oh, there
Oh,
he is.
that's a good one.
Can we get it?
That's
Oh.
perfect. He's got
This is gonna take a
around him.
lot of skill for me to get in there before the Nah, we're good. We're good. Anyway, yeah. So Overwatch is gonna be awesome. We're doing a midnight stream for Overwatch.
the 24th, right? That's when it comes out.
Yeah, it comes out 24th. We're doing it, so that's Monday night at midnight, which is the 23rd.
I'm in.
We're gonna do some. There we go. That's a good one.
On the Xbox, right?
Yeah. We're doing a midnight scene on the Xbox. We are gonna get on the PC scene, but I need people to get it on the PC, and then I'll jump on the PC scene with them too. So we're gonna be doing midnight stream 23rd. Into whatever. So Berkey, your thingy there. You know what I mean.
Are we doing the exit?
Yeah.
that
We're doing the exit.
On Xbox, it's no dumb questions. PlayStation is Burke _668. I can't even say my own gamer tag.
Oh, that's a solid image.
Yeah,
I like it.
and these right there. You guys will stream on No Right Answers, right? And I'll stream on my own channel. We'll do like a dual stream for that Overwatch release, and I guess I'm taking that day off.
Yeah. You taking that day off.
Good luck.
Scott, are you done with your healing balls?
No.
He's like
Looks
trying
like
to
he's
take him away
Trying
from
to
him.
know
fuck
what?
them.
This is the most productive thing I've done the whole podcast because I didn't play the game.
Because I didn't play the game, he says. Oh man! Did you
That's
fix
my
any
new
of your
favorite
stuff?
gift.
Hold on.
What you doing?
I'm not sure what he's going for
This
here.
is fun with Xsplit. This is.
You're gonna
Put me in the chicken's mouth or something.
Nope, you are the chicken, bro.
Oh,
There he is. The space chicken himself. Hey, you have an Instagram account now. What's up? What's going on? You liking me on Instagram? I ain't
Yeah,
want to
I
anymore. I
followed
don't even
you,
give a shit. It's in the comments,
even though I
guys.
did one-
I don't even know why we say it at the end of the show. I write it in the comments of the video. It's in the description.
Check the comment.
Hold on. What are you gonna do?
Oh, I was gonna follow you on Instagram as you said it on the end of the show. But I guess I'll just have to watch our own show and read the comments.
On the thing. Here you go. Just take some healing balls.
God forbid you give
Take
us a
some killing
view.
balls.
All right, guys. Best podcast ever. Space Chicken. We're better at internet than you. That was fun. That was so much fun.
That derailed
That
so
got-
quickly.
Oh, so bad.
That
So
got out
bad.
of control. I blamed you. You started talking about healing balls. I love Space Chicken Ortiz, by the way.
It was good
Give him a
until we
mascot,
started
guys.
talking about balls. It's funny. Everything ties up because your shirt says "Protect your nuts."
And that's like the only thing you can
It's like
see
full
too, right?
circle.
Like you couldn't see the
Full circle.
squirrel. You couldn't see the squirrel that entire thing. It did.
We have followers too, so
Yeah,
it's really picking up.
Yeah, you know we're gonna have unsubscribers when I
Oh,
post this
shit.
video.